In this video, I have some great news to share with you about the K-1 Fiance visa. If you're going through that process and you'd like to learn about what is happening on the embassy level concerning the K-1 visa, stick around. I have some terrific things to share with you in this one. The K-1 family has finally getting some good news and some attention since the coronavirus started and embassies have shut down. We've been hearing about one proclamation after another and one travel ban after another and all these things that are in place right now that's preventing families from coming together. And those of you who are out there who are going through a K-1 process, you know how incredibly painful all of this has been. But what has made it even worse for you is the fact that you seem to have been left out of the discussion of the equation, and no one seemed to be talking that much about K-1. And the reason for that is because there really hadn't been much information to share about it until now. And so, friends, the State Department has finally decided to prioritize K-1 visa applicants. On August 31st, the State Department issued this notice titled Important Notice for K Visa Applicants Affected by COVID-19. And it says, effective August 28th, as it becomes safe to resume more consular operations at each U.S. mission, posts are authorized to give K visa cases high priority. Yes, you've heard correctly, high priority. The posts have been directed to not only pay attention to K-1 applicants, but to also make those cases a high priority. As you guys know, the embassies have been making high priority those emergency cases. Also, they've been prioritizing immigrant visa processing, particularly for immediate relatives of U.S. citizens. But now, finally, K-1 has been added into the mix. The notice also says applicants should check the website of their nearest U.S. embassy or consulate for updates on what services that post is currently able to offer. But then the other question is, well, is that embassy open, right? Is that embassy open and conducting any interviews? And so the State Department is still saying it's on a case-by-case basis, and you have to check that embassy's website for more details about whether they've really resumed all services or any services at this point. The notice goes on to say the I-129F petition for alien fiance is typically valid for 4 months. However, consular officers may revalidate the I-129F petition in 4-month increments. For most cases impacted by the suspension of routine visa services or COVID-19 travel restrictions, it will not be necessary to file a new I-129F petition. So the government is saying you do not need to file a new I-129F with USCIS if your case has been delayed primarily because of the COVID-19 closure. And during that time, you're now outside of that 4-month period. You do not need to file another I-129F and submit all of that evidence to USCIS again to prove that you guys intend on getting married within 90 days and then going through the whole visa application process again. No, you don't have to do that. You simply have to reach out to the embassy and put in a request for the embassy to revalidate your I-129F. And under the circumstances of these closures and COVID-19, they will honor that request and put you in another 4-month period. And hopefully within that next 4-month increment that you have, your interview, your fiance's interview, I should say, will be scheduled. So guys, just to recap, the K-1 fiance visa process is now a high priority for U.S. embassies that have resumed services, and you should be getting your interview notices shortly because, again, it is now a high priority and the State Department has recognized that. So this is great news for those of you who have been waiting for some information about the K-1 process. I hope you found this video helpful. Be sure to share it with other people and subscribe to McBean Immigration TV if you have not yet subscribed. Hit the notification bell because you definitely want to get notice of these videos each week. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.